Chapter 7 Skylark. Modo got to the edge of the swamp he had been lost in for the past couple of days, dragging his bike and himself up to the edge of a dirt road. He was tired, completely exhausted. He had lost track of how long he had been in that bayou, but now he was finally out. He remembered crashing down, his part of the ship starting to sink. He had barely gotten out in time before it was enveloped in the muck. Then his motorcycle wouldn't start, but he wouldn't abandon it. It was all he had left now. Modo collapsed on the side of the dirt road after walking a few miles. He hadn't had anything to eat or drink in days, and had been bitten by too many things to keep count of. Was this it? He thought his conscience started to leave him. Was this his last ride? Jaden Skylark was out camping. This was one of the few times he was able to go that he actually was able to enjoy himself. Now it was back to the city. As he drove his Ford V8 pickup through the nature park he had to go through, he wondered about some things, like that big flare of light he saw the other night after the meteor shower. He then saw a body on the road next to a motorcycle. Jaden stopped immediately. At first he thought someone just had an accident. Then he saw what it really was. A human-sized, anthropomorphic mouse in biker clothes, with a robotic arm and antennas, and it was in bad shape. Jaden got out. He wondered for a bit, questions racing through his mind. Was this some sort of joke? The mouse let out a groan of pain. That's when Jaden saw it. The mouse man had a poorly dressed wound on his arm. This was no joke. Jaden got a medkit out of his truck along with a bottle of water and cautiously approached. He was scared out of his mind.
Hello?
He said. The mouse opened up the only eye visible on its head. The other was covered up by a patch.
Who's there?
The mouse asked, trying to stand, but it was too weak to even sit up, collapsing again. Jaden was still scared. The mouse man looked easily twice his size. What was this thing? Should he call the cops? He wondered. Then he ruled out that question entirely, knowing what would happen if he did. They'd think he was a nut. He finally mustered up the courage to walk forward and knelt on the mouse's side. He couldn't tell how bad he was hurt, but he must have been around here for at least several days.
It's okay, man. Relax. I'm not gonna hurt.
Jaden reassured. He opened up the bottle of water, propped the mouse's head up, and let the mouse drink, as it downed the entire bottle. He then got out some bandages and antiseptic out of the medkit and began treating the arm wound. The mouse let out a hiss, no doubt feeling the sting of the antiseptic as its face twisted into a look of pain, but he remained still. Jaden then redressed the bandage.
Thanks for the help, but who are you?
The mouse asked, still weak, looking at Jaden.
First of all, my name is Jaden Skylark. Second, I'm the one who should be asking that question, among many other things.
My name's Modo.
Modo answered, still feeling weak.
You haven't seen anyone else around here like me, have you?
Modo asked.
Well, no, I haven't. Well, wait a minute. You mean there's more of you?
Jaden was now uneasy.
Just me and my two bros.
Modo answered.
We were here to help. I'll explain later on we're on the road if you don't mind.
Jaden nodded. He knew that Modo would need some time to recover anyway. He helped Modo into his pickup and loaded the motorcycle he was laying next to in the back, tying it down with some cargo belts he had. Then he got in, and they were off. Meanwhile, in Boise.
Manuel, are you sure you're okay?
Takumi said as they walked out of a restaurant, pizza by the slice.
Yeah, Manuel, you seem stressed over something.
Ikutani noted.
Yeah, no kidding!
Itsuki chimed in with clear irritation.
Besides that, you've asked us some rather strange questions since we got here. Usually about aliens and outer space, and you won't tell us why.
Manuel sighed. Look, it's complicated. This raised some eyebrows.
Manuel, you're not doing anything bad, are you? Like, drugs or alcohol?
Ikutani asked. Manuel gave Ikutani an irritated look, getting defensive. It's nothing like that! He snapped with a facepalm.
Then what is it?
Takumi asked, putting a hand on his shoulder.
Look, it's okay, you can tell us. You don't have to be afraid of us judging you. We all agreed on that when we met, right?
Manuel sighed. He guessed he'd just better fess up now. Guys, I need to introduce you to someone I've met, but you must swear not to tell anyone about it. Get in the car and follow me.